Good evening, aspirants. Welcome to the daily question analysis of Civilspedia brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy. And in this video, we will be discussing about the questions which are relevant to UPSC prelims as well as mains from the topics taken or the topics of today's morning discussion, that is 12th September 2025 morning discussion. If you haven't seen the video which was posted on the morning, please have a view of that video for better understanding as well as for its relevance. And hope you are the subscribers of Shankar IAS Academy. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. Your support to our Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel through subscription means a lot. And the first question for the today's question analysis is: consider the following statements regarding India's space sector reforms. The first statement is the small satellite launch vehicles, that is SSLV, is designed to place satellites of up to 2000 kilograms in geostationary orbit at low cost. And the second statement, in space, that is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center functions as the autonomous nodal agency to promote and regulate participation of private entities in India's space activities. Which of the above statements are correct? And in this question, they have asked about the correct statement. With respect to the first statement was incorrect, because as we have discussed in the morning video, that the SSLV is being designed by the ISRO but has been transferred the technology for the production of this SSLV technology by Hindustan Aeronautical Limited. The designation or the purpose of making this SSLV, that is small satellite launch vehicle, is to place the satellites up to around 300 kilograms in the low 300 kilograms in the low Earth orbit, and the around 500 kilograms in the low Earth orbit, and the around 300 kilograms in the sun synchronized orbit, and not the geostationary orbit. So the first statement was incorrect, as it does not carry the payload up to 2000 kilograms. So the first statement was correct, and it is not the geostationary orbit, it is the sun synchronized orbit. So the first statement was incorrect. So we can easily eliminate two options, that is A and C. And with respect to the second statement, it is correct, because this in space is function as an autonomous nodal agency which used to promote and regulate the participation of private entities in the Indian space activities, India space activities. And there is another agency which is the commercial wing of ISRO, that is NSIL, which we discussed in the morning video, that New Space India Limited is the commercial arm of ISRO, which used to promote the technologies for of ISRO's developed by ISRO for other various purpose, and it also integrates the promotion activities and commercialize the technologies for other purpose across the globe. So these are all the two institutions involved in the participation of private sectors in the ISRO's India's private space activity sectors. So the second statement was correct. So the answer will be option B, 2 only. Going to the next question, and the question is with reference to the Gyan Bharatam mission recently launched by the Ministry of Culture. Consider the following statements. And the first statement, the mission subsumes the earlier national mission for manuscripts. In the morning video, I have told that the NMMS National Manuscript Mission, it was National Mission for Manuscripts, replacing it as the sole nodal body for manuscripts conservation in India. And the second statement, one of its stated objectives is to create a national digital repository of manuscripts by leveraging AI-driven tools for larger scale digitization. Which of the statements given above are correct? And in this question also, they have asked about the correct statement, and the first statement is incorrect, because it was nowhere mentioned that the National Mission for Manuscript, that is NMM, has been subsumed to the Gyan Bharatam mission and replacing it as the sole nodal agency for conservation of manuscripts in anywhere in the ministry website or anywhere else. So it is being integrated that this national manuscript mission, sorry, the national mission for manuscript has been integrated or has been restructured for the integration of digitization and the AI driven tool into it to make them more comprehensive and make it a holistic one by renaming it as Gyan Bharat Mission. So the it doesn't subsumes. So the first statement was incorrect. So by knowing that the first statement was incorrect, it is little bit tricky. So the first statement was incorrect, and the option will be concise to option B and option D. And the second statement is correct because as we discussed in the morning session video that it is the one of the primary objective of this Gyan Bharatam mission has to create the national digital repository for making the manuscripts to also make them globally accessible, and it also has the involvement of publication of this manuscripts into digitized format. So this national depository is inevitable for this purpose, and the establishment of this national depository digital repository is also an inevitable in this Gyan Bharatam mission. So the second statement was absolutely correct, and the answer for this question is also option B, 2 only. And moving to the next question, the question is consider the following statement regarding the Anglo-Indian community in India. The first statement, Anglo-Indians are the only community explicitly defined in the Indian Constitution. And the second statement, after the 104th Constitutional Amendment Act, which was introduced in 2019, Anglo-Indian continue to have nominated representation in some state legislative assemblies, but not in the Lok Sabha. Which of the statement given above is are correct? And the first statement is correct because even though it has the deceptive wordings like only, this will be the Anglo-Indian community will be the only community that has been explicitly mentioned or explicitly defined in the Indian Constitution under the article of 366, that it has the definition for the Anglo-Indian community. So this first statement was correct, and the second statement was incorrect because the 104th Constitutional Amendment Act, after the introduction of this 104th Constitutional Amendment Act in the year of 2019, the Anglo-Indian community has been excluded from the reservation as well as the nomination process for the representation in both Lok Sabha as well as in the state legislature. So the second statement was correct, as it mentioned here that it has continuing effect on the nominated representation even though after the introduction of 104th Constitution Amendment Act. So the second statement was incorrect, and here they ask about the correct statement. So the first statement only is the correct answer. So we have to note that Anglo-Indians are the only community that has been explicitly defined. So the answer will be option A. Moving to the next question, and the question is with reference to biostimulants in agriculture, consider the following statements. First statement, they are substances, microorganisms that when applied to plants enhance nutrient uptake, tolerance to abiotic stress and crop quality. And the second statement, biostimulants are regulated under the Fertilizer Control Order of 1985. And the third statement, seaweed extracts, humic substances, plant protein hydrolysates are examples of biostimulants. And the fourth statement, the government of India has notified guidelines for registration and regulation of biostimulants. How many of the above statements are correct? And in this question they have asked how many statements listed in the above statement are correct. So we have to know the exact number of correct statements in the listed statements. So we have to analyze each and every statement in a clear and correct manner. And with respect to the first statement, it was correct because the biostimulant, the first statement is the exact definition which was provided for the biostimulant, that it can be of a substance, or it can be of a microorganism, or it can be a combination of both, that when applied to the plants or seeds or rhizospheres, which will eventually enhance the, or it has been the primary objective of this biostimulant is to enhance the nutrient uptake of the plant, or to have the physiological changes, or to stimulate the physiological change in the plant, and to increase the toleration capacity with respect to the abiotic stress, and to enhance the crop quality, is the basic definition of this biostimulant. So the first statement was correct, and the second statement was also correct, because it has been regulated under the fertilizer control order of 1985, which we discussed in the morning, that it has been regulated by this fertilizer control order under the provision of India's Essential Commodities Act under 1955. So the second statement was also correct. So by knowing that the first and second statement was correct, we can easily eliminate the first option, that only one statement in the above listed statement is correct from the option. And by the third option, by seeing the third statement, seaweed extracts, humic substances, and plant protein hydrolytes are the examples of biostimulants. And there is a probability, and there is a provision that it involves the process of enhancing the nutrient uptake, and it also be a substance or a microorganism, or either the combination of both. So there is a high chance of prevalence of involving this substance into the act as a biostimulant. So the third statement is correct. And the fourth statement is also can be easily identified as the correct statement, because the there is a statement in the second statement explicitly mentioned that it has been regulated under the fertilizer control order. So it has to be under a certain guidelines, and this guidelines has to be comes from the government of India, which under notification. So the fourth statement is also correct, and there may be a process of registration and regulation for accommodating as well as to regulate the biostimulants in the Indian environment. So the fourth statement is also correct. By knowing all the statements are correct, the answer for this question will be all the four statements in the question are correct. Option D will be the correct answer. Moving to the mains practice question, and the question is, the government has declared Himachal Pradesh as fully literate state under the ULAS program, which we discussed in the morning. Critically examine how functional literacy differs from statistical literacy in India, and discuss the implications of this divergence for achieving sustainable development goals. 4. And as we discussed in the morning, that the Himachal Pradesh has been recently accorded the fully literate state under the ULAS program, and we have adequately discussed about the ULAS program, which is a centrally sponsored scheme targeting more on the age group above 15 years. And this has to be the first statement, or the definition for the full literate provided by the Ministry of Education will be the introduction, and also have a quick brief about the ULAS program and what makes the Himachal Pradesh state a fully literate state will be in a short and crisp manner. And we have to critically examine the differentiation between the functional literacy and the statistical literacy. What is functional literacy and statistical literacy is the basic definition, that the statistical literacy only calculates the capacity of an individual to read, write and compute certain numerical data or certain information, and it doesn't involve the process of application oriented to the daily day-to-day life. But the functional literacy involves the involvement of this reading, writing, comprehending as well as computing, and it also has the involvement of digital literacy and its overall application to the day-to-day activity. So this is the basic definition. We need to critically evaluate what is functional literacy and the statistical literacy in a detailed manner, and we also has to note that the implication of this divergence, that we have the functional literacy and statistical literacy difference, which lead to the divergence of calculating the literacy rate, and this divergence in this question, they have implicitly maintained or implicitly stated the hindrance or what are the challenges for achieving the sustainable development goal of 4, that is the quality education. So we need to note that we have critically examined the functional literacy and statistical literacy in the previous part, and we have to address the challenges, that is the divergence got involved, as quality has been involved, and the discrimination and the exclusion of gender based exclusion, and there is a stark gap between the data provided by the one report, one survey, that is periodic labor force survey, and the ULLA survey is showing different figures. So we need to address this in a comprehensive manner and present it in our answer so that we have to provide a clear and conclusive way forward. So this will be your answer for this question. Please take this question and answer the question as I mentioned in this session. Please take it and answer it in the comments and post it in the comment section. We will evaluate and give the feedback in the comment section itself. Hope you guys found the video useful. If you found the video useful, please give us a like, and please share your answers and the positive suggestions in the comment section given below, and share the video to your friends, and stay in touch with us by subscribing to the Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel, and provide your support also by clicking the bell icon for receiving on-time notification.